Great Scotch! Well, guess I'm back. I'm Boshi-san, and welcome to Down in the Dojo, where Sifu sends me hopefully good kung fu films to critique and study and learn their martial arts ways. Let's hope it's a good one this time.
It looks good so far. I like these opening credits. The music seems suitably soaring and epic.
John Woo! Woo! Hell yeah, he did kung fu! Yep, when you think John Woo, you think 10,000 bullets and Chow Yun Fat. But before all that, he cut his teeth with kung fu flicks as an assistant director trained under Cheng Che at Shaw Brothers. And what Cheng Che was for Shaw Brothers, Woo became for Golden Harvest. Its icon.
But like any icon, he had to walk before he ran, and it's worth taking a good look at his feet and ask clay or iron. Make a party of it, like Cal here, who's celebrating a new home and official position. And then there's Ninja, always crashing the party. But leave it to Woo to up the volume and get to killing. Most of this fight is alright, but it's sort of lazy, subdued. There are bodies everywhere, but only a few spots of blood on the wall. And who the hell waits until the middle of the fight to have others assemble his weapon? Either he's a brilliant tactician who forgets the little things, or he just wants to show off how demeaning it is for him to even have to fight you, Cal. Either way, you're kind of insulted. Until the old man steps in. Now the fight is... over?
Ugh. And Cal gets away, recuperating with his old master, who was not the old man who impressed me in the last scene. Although he is actually an old, retired swordmaster himself. But forget Cal. This isn't Cal's movie. This is the story of another young man who trains in swordsmanship. A callous young stable boy who also possesses bravado and honor to a fault.
No, not him. Think east. More east. There we go. Meet Magic Sword Chung, defender of street urchins. Bane of brother-in-laws. But a loving son to his bedridden, dying mother.
This is more like the cold, hard, but sentimental heroes that John Woo is known for.
So sentimental that music soothes his savage soul and lures him into being a peeping Tom.
Where he meets the whore with a heart of gold.
No.
Hell with this. I'm gonna live.
That's just goddamn heartless.
Yes! Finally!
A new hero enters. This nameless character drops in.
Monkey style, he hangs about indulging in some G-rated voyeurism with Chung.
So who's that guy?
Sweet Buddha!
Calm down. If I were going to kill you, I'd be mailing little pieces of you to Sensei already.
Who are you? Were you following me?
Obviously. You know, I was once followed by 3 kids all across the country.
And what happened then?
Well, they looked exactly like me, and then they called me mother. Mean little bastards.
That joke worked better in the film. And in Chinese.
Yeah, good jokes bring sudden acquaintances together in a burst of harmony, providing for otherwise slapdash heroic duos to instantly acquire history and sentimental attachment.
So it's a low-down dirty trick.
Not if it works. So, who was he again?
That's the mysterious assassin with his own code of honor who wanders into the film and strikes up a sudden friendship with Chung. Wu based him on the famous Chinese assassin Jin Kei, a popular go-to figure for all kinds of cinema. From dramatic period pieces to stylized kung fu epics. To Western fantasy. Yep, Highlander Endgame. That's the immortal Jin Kei, alright. Wu didn't officially give him this name here. He never officially has one. Halfway through the film, he decides it's green, just because he's wearing green.
Like in Yojimbo?
Yeah, I mean, even the Odyssey pulls that joke.
Repeatedly. So, a really old trope.
Yep, with a lame joke, the duo becomes the focus of the story. Essentially, this is a real pioneer in the bromance genre, something Wu loved. Japanese cinema might be the masters of subtle sentimentality.
Subtle? Look how much everybody wails like kicked puppies in Seven Samurai. Okay. Leaving that aside, Wu has the two friends so thoroughly enamored of each other as sword brothers that in their big build-up to the showdown, the two prance through a garden of flowers.
Point. The bromance angle does become absurdly overplayed between the music and frolicking. Miss Heart of Gold ends up looking like a matchmaker. And this uncomfortable shot, so close with a phallic sword and Freudian waterfall raging between them.
We should get out of here.
Now.
So, fill me in on the plot so far. If the movie is about Chung and Green, who's fighting in the first scene?
That's Cao and Pai. Cao is the scholar who loses his house because his father caused the criminal Pai to lose it first, I think. And then Cao goes to live with his master. Cao is going to show up here and there through the movie, trying to get Chung to help him out.
So, Cao wants Chung to help him get revenge on Pai, and Pai just wants...
to beat people up.
He does make a passable comic villain.
Nice quick change.
So, seriously, who are you?
The Hooded Ninja. Just like Sifu trains you in Hong Kong-centered kung fu movies, so does Sensei train me in the mystic arts of ninjutsu through the martial arts films of Japan.
You can't be a ninja! Ninjas look like this!
That delivers pizza?
Everything's better with pizza.
No, you have the wrong idea. That's Hollywood. That's just movies. A real ninja looks like everyone else, so you won't be looking at them. Dressing up is just a distraction. True ninjutsu plays by a simple philosophy. Whatever works.
Including dual-wielding Uzis.
That's a low-down dirty trick!
Not if it works. And I'm just here to nudge you along and test your awareness. Not doing so hot there, by the way.
So, just so we're clear, you're not here to kill me.
Nah, I'm just screwing with you. But you've been out of the game for so long, and quitting just when you had started.
Life happens. The show wasn't quite going where I wanted it to go. I spent time building this dojo. Life isn't all black and white. Beginnings and endings are fuzzy.
So, the movie. The plot is really driven by Cao and his revenge against Pai, who opened the film with his revenge against Cao and his father. Looks like Cao is manipulating Chung and Green.
Exactly. They take most of the film to develop Cao's thirst for revenge and ambition, but it's always in the background. It's not in the foreground. It doesn't get in the way of the storytelling about the other two men. It only pretends to be a bromance, but underneath it swims Cao the shark.
Mostly.
And leads through a series of smaller fights to the big titanic knockout home invasion at the end. You know, come to think of it, home invasions for revenge and ambition.
or training
are really common in Kung Fu stories. But let's get to the fighting, which is okay. This is John Woo. I expect blood.
It's mostly just Kool-Aid.
Those are all just John Woo trademarks of manly battle. It's just without guns this time. But don't worry, this leads us all into over 20 minutes of Kung Fu carnage to bring it home!
Yes.
You gotta love that Pi has the chutzpah to taunt them with their own coffins at the entrance.
And then Ninja! Sadly, Pi has forgotten the basic rules about hiring ninja. He is completely abusing the law of ninjutsu conservation.
The law of ninja what?
In any fight involving ninja, there is only a finite amount of ninjutsu power to go around. One ninja, then, is insanely powerful. And by acting alone, the ninja can further conserve this power. Too many on one side, and you dilute the power spread between them. You get cannon power. Science 101.
No, not the booze!
How can they celebrate the loss of booze?
Animals!
Is an erotic go-go dance in a cage?
No, it's a cage fight.
But they're wearing pink, and their, midriffs are totally exposed.
Cage fight! That's all I see! Cage fight! And enter the Sleeping Wizard. This is clever as hell. I mean, nowadays with all the Stephen Chow films, it's not bizarre to see a sleeping kung fu master. It's a total joke, but hilariously cool to watch the style being done well. And Wu does it well. I think this is its first appearance in cinema.
So long as he remains asleep, he's unbeatable. Good thing there are so many nice things to burn him against.
Every super tough guy needs kryptonite.
With fire, I think a Martian Manhunter joke would be better.
Man, did I just get out-geeked?
So out-geeked, noob.
Actually, it's sort of a letdown after the Sleeping Wizard.
No, it's a good fight. Think about it. He finally assembles his weapon before the fight, so he's a villain who learns. And that's nice. The villain does what you praised in the Chung versus Prey fight, using the scenery to his advantage. And the whole fire breathing is impressive and unusual. And the way they beat him is intelligence over brawn. A pretty gutsy move for any kung fu film. Effectively, they turn Pi against himself.
And then... betrayal.
What the hell?
Turns out, Cao paid Green to assassinate Zheng after they defeat Pai, and that is some criminal mastermind genius!
Now that is a ninja move.
So Chung gets the sword from his master he's been wanting, and the old coot dies. Chung's family mourns. Green's betrayal breaks Goldenheart, which is a good balance to the double-dealing courtesan earlier. Green crawls back to the bottle. Cal's right-hand man realizes how evil his friend is, and gets his severance pay. As Green walks sadly away from the whole sordid business, alone. Hopefully a bit broken, but wiser.
And that's the end of the movie? The bad guys win?
Yes.
You mean he wins? Jesus, Grandpa, what did you read me this thing for?
Grow up, kid. That's the real world. That's a John Woo Kobayashi Maru scenario. No clean ends, no real black hats and white hats. That's the real world. Thanks for coming, and thanks, Hoodie Ninja.
Hooded. The hooded ninja.
I give the movie 4 out of 5 magic swords.
It's not really over, is it?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it. They take this well-scripted, well-acted, poignant, meaningful, well-shot ending,
And then the heroes win anyway, don't they?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Remember how thrilling the scene with the betrayal is?
Imagine George Lucas refilming so Greedo inexplicably fires badly and Han is merely defending himself like a white hat should. And then, You splice in at the end the story of Yoda being a damned acrobatic whirlwind of laser death instead of a manipulator behind-the-scenes mastermind. Flying. That's what the last scene is like. That's the pain I feel here.
So, the good guys win?
Yep, good guys win. All that sacrifice, everything before, nothing. Means nothing!
This feels like the movie John Woo wanted to make until Kung Fu conventions got in the way. I don't know if there was studio interference or merely the weight of the cinematic tradition bearing down on him. All the elements he'll be better known for later are here. The tradition of heroic bloodshed is peaking out. There are comrades in arms who grow close and chummy, although the initial stumbling block that ought to prevent their friendship is largely absent until the big twist. There are manipulative masterminds to whom the protagonists are mere playthings. There are elements of feminine romance giving the heroes a fulcrum on which the dramatic action occurs, although it's largely muddled and nearly inconsequential. This could be a dramatic tour de force, even with its unrealistic blood, overly convoluted plot, and utterly ridiculous instant rigor mortis moments.
And some deep-seated rage Wu had against pottery.
But the final fight scene robs the whole film of its pacing and pathos. Which is a shame, because when I wanted to give 4 magic swords, I'm going to have to downgrade to 3 magic swords. Still, it's a good movie. And the Sleeping Wizard, awesome, he gets 5 magic swords. If you're interested in the evolution of John Woo, or the evolution of wuxia cinema in general, this is really a film worth watching. If you want to see how Golden Harvest is going to become something that eclipses the Shaw Brothers as a studio, this is the start. Anyway, thanks for joining us here at Down the Dojo. Thanks to the... Next film, Kung Fu Fever. There.
Nice quick change.
It'd be good if I got a hat on, considering that I'm Boshi-san.
Come on. What the hell?
It turns out Cow paid. I can't do it. And you were good for it. You're like,
Taking this story very seriously, I think we ought to stop now.